So much, so much going on, man. So much going on. Like you're just bombarded with like foolishness from left and right, and you just
This is why I don't look at the news and shit, right? Because I'm like, it's just too much. Like I'm on Instagram, I follow No Jumper, I follow Hood Ratchet. Like I get stories from them and whatnot. I don't look at CBS. I mean, when I'm on my phone and I go on Google, like it gives me articles too, so I can look at stuff and then I
hmm
read the articles. But like, dog, sometimes like especially being a parent and shit, is like I just cannot. Every single time I see something out in the world, I'm like, this is why I'm
hmm
never fucking going outside.
You just really make it a habit. Like you read some shit, and I go to my door and lock my door extra tight. Like, yeah, no, none of that. Look outside my window, like, nope, nope, not doing that today.
Dude, I check my doors every night before I go to sleep because of the shit.
You have to, man. I have to get a ring camera. I want to get a ring
I'm gonna get
camera.
one too. Yeah, I'm gonna get
I
one.
like I like that idea. My mom has one, and I look in on her when she's away, just to
Mm-hmm.
make sure everything is good. But
Mm-hmm.
that stuff is it's becoming essential, man. It's becoming
Yeah, it is.
essential. A
And
lot
now
going on.
but you know what's crazy? Even if we get into that type of shit, right? The crazy part is like people can hack the shit.
I know, I know.
I was very interested in like Wi-Fi controlled locks and
Those
like
are cool.
fingerprint scanner locks.
hmm
But like the thing is, if somebody hacks the shit, your door's open.
They
At least
gotta
with
have a
at least
backup.
with at least with my like the doors now, I got a
hmm
deadbolt and everything. I'm like, try it. I wish you would. I
Right.
got a machete right here. I
What
wish you would.
see with the old fashioned stuff is like you could only do something if you're here. You got to
Yeah.
physically be on the other side of the door. But imagine getting hacked from like some dude in China hacked your lock. Now you locked out, and but that's what they want the future to be. Smart locks, smart doors.
I know there's certain things people will go for, but then there's
hmm
certain things that people won't go for. Like I understand like the convenience of having a smart home and like your home reacts to you, you know what I
hmm
mean? It knows when to turn on the lights.
It'll be
Like
very efficient. Keep the
and
heating down, cool it
like I like
down.
that stuff because I have a Nest thermostat. Like it controls my heat. It turns on
hmm
by itself, turns off by itself. It saves me money on like heating and stuff like that.
Right,
And
right.
that's dope. Especially if you have central air, that's fucking fire, right?
For
But then
real.
when I really think about it, it's like how far do I really want to take it at that
hmm
point? You know what I'm saying? Like I got type of lights that I can control with my Alexa. That's cool. All right, cool. Let's say you lose Wi-Fi. How am I turning them bitches on?
That's a very good question. That's a very if you live in an area where there's power outages, it's that can really be bad. But what's happening is with Roomba, like the
Yes.
little vacuum that goes
I
around
want
your
one.
home.
Yeah.
Amazon, I don't know if they're trying to or they're about to. They're trying to buy that company, that Roomba company.
These
And
niggas
by
keep
doing
buying
that,
everything.
Roomba knows what's in your house. Like as it goes around, it makes a digital
It's
map of
yes.
what your house looks like. So now, if you got an Alexa in your house and you got a Roomba, it's gonna know it can listen to you in your house and pretty much see you in your house when the Roomba is on. So it's like, how much privacy, I guess, are we willing to give up for those super
Do they have
futuristic?
cameras on them? I don't know if they have cameras on
It's
them
not a digital camera, but like, it's
because
going and it bumps
it's
into a wall.
mapping.
It
It's
it
mapping.
maps like
Yeah.
this is a wall here, and then it goes this way. Okay, this is a chair, and then it can literally with after doing that for you know thousands of rotations,
Yeah.
it can figure out like, okay, you live in this sort of space. You know, I don't know whatever it picks up. I don't know if it's scanning that too, but that's a whole nother issue. So it's like if Amazon buys it, they bought Ring so they can see you on your cameras,
Hmm.
and they already trying to sell your data from that. They got Roomba to like literally scan the inside of your home and see what kind of
Hmm.
size you're working with or
Yo,
whatever.
information is going to be one of the most expensive things in the world,
Real talk, man. That's why
and
coding.
privacy is going to be one of the things like we have to be careful as a people to ensure that we don't lose the privacy that we have, bro. Because like
hmm
that's That's one of the few freedoms that we are supposed to have that we should be able to enjoy.
Right. But that's out the window. We got face scanners, fingerprint scanners. Your phone's tracking you. People were like, "Oh, if you get the vaccine, they're gonna put a microchip to track you." It's like
Man, that mark of the beast shit that people will always be trying to talk about shit.
it's like you got a
I'm
cell phone in your pocket right now. You got a Apple Watch on your wrist right now.
dude, your apps, you know what the scary part is, and it annoys me all the time. Like the other day, I made a DiGiorno pizza.
It's not delivery.
It's DiGiorno.
It's just joining.
And all of a sudden I got a DiGiorno ad on Instagram.
Mm. Oh, that's notorious. You can't even
I
say
remember
that
one
shit out
time I
loud.
was working with my homeboy at my old job. I was talking about gaming controllers.
Mm-hmm.
This is me now.
Mm-hmm.
He was at home. He started getting ads for gaming controllers.
Thought
I
you was
was like,
gonna
yo,
get
this is
away?
crazy. And they say because when you search for stuff on your phone, because
Mm-hmm.
you have Wi-Fi on, it could tell who's around you. So
And
they're
what they're
saying
searching
that
for.
whatever they're searching for, because you're in close proximity with them, a lot of the time, they
Mm-hmm.
believe that you and the person share interests. So
Mm.
they'll show them stuff, and then you'll see the same stuff too. Which,
Very
you know what?
true.
To an extent, I can accept it.
I don't.
To, I don't know.
I don't. I don't because it's getting too personalized. And I had this thought the other day, like, what if in the future, you know how you like in New York City they have like billboards on the sides of
Yes.
buildings, like not the
And
high up
as when you
ones,
walk by a
like when you're
billboard,
walking
it
around.
shows you something.
But
Yeah.
what if it like what if I walk by an ad for H&M and it shows me a black man wearing H&M clothes? But what if an Asian lady walks by that same billboard and it shows a Asian lady wearing H&M clothes? Like, what if they start to like digitally like I'm just trying to put it together in my head. Like if somehow they could scan and see I'm a black man and then start to show an ad as a black man because it knows that I want to
Mhm.
see clothes on black men because I'm a black man, and then it starts to show ads to people like based on their race or based on what they perceive their gender or sexuality to be. Like it's getting weird now. Like you're targeting me so specifically that
Yeah.
now I feel weird. Like I was scrolling on Instagram and I seen a fucking ad for a nigga that looked just like me, bro. A nigga and it was like for some new jewelry line. It's like if you want to work out and wear your jewelry and you don't want to worry about sweat and your neck turning
Yeah.
green. But I'm not even listening to the ad because the nigga looked just like me, bro.
Nah, back in the day, like the way
I'm like,
ads used to
holy
be is like
shit.
they used to go based off your search history, which I understand. You're
Right.
on the
What am I
computer,
thinking of?
you're on the computer using it, so I can understand why your
That's
ads
baseline.
would be connected to your search history. 100%
that's
that. But when I'm
that's
eating a
baseline.
DiGiorno pizza with my family, oh, you know what? I know why I did that. I know why I did that. I threw
It's
out the
gonna do it
DiGiorno
again.
boxes
Hmm.
because I had no space in my freezer. So I Googled how to cook the specific DiGiorno pizza.
To get the
That
instructions from the box.
and then that
But no,
translated
we
into an
we
ad.
trust me, I've done it the other way. I was thinking, I was having a conversation about kayaking with my coworker. Like he was gonna go kayaking, and I
Mm.
started to get ads for like kayak
Outdoor
retreat in
shit.
upstate New York. Yeah, I'm like, what? I never typed it in, so trust me, it happens both ways. It happens both ways. But then it's gonna be like, say you get home and like, say I have a webcam or a ring camera, and I
Mm-hmm.
like hold up like my chapstick. It somehow sees the scan code on my chapstick when I hold it up, just because we're talking now, and starts showing me ads for
About
chapstick.
that
Like, hey,
chapstick.
we
Yeah.
see that you bought this. We were looking through your camera and we saw that you bought this. You want more ads for it? It's like
Yeah.
it's fucking insane, man.
Dude,
It's
I don't know how far I can go. I don't think because like, I think about 1984 a lot when a lot
Hmm.
of this shit
Oh
happens and
yeah,
shit,
we're
and I'm
there.
like,
We're there. China is definitely there.
China's definitely there. I don't know if we're there yet because like the one thing that China does that we don't. Everything, well, we're getting there because like China is basically like this, right? On their phone, they have an app that basically holds all their debit cards, their IDs, and
We're
they
there.
use their phone to pay for every. Yeah, I think we're there too. Yeah,
I use app. I have my Apple Wallet. Like,
yeah, me
only
too.
thing I don't have in it is my New York State driver's license because New York
And now
doesn't
the
allow it yet.
and now in some states they're
They
allowing you to
allow it.
put
I
it on you
saw.
now.
It's like
Like I have my
Wyoming and
insurance
some
cards on mine. I have my debit cards on there. Cause I ain't gonna lie, if I forget my debit card at home, I cool Apple Pay.
easy,
Super
easy.
convenient.
I could even leave my phone home and take my watch, and I'm like, now I'm super free, and my wallet is like that bulky thing I don't really like in my
It's
pockets
useless
anymore.
now at so
Yeah.
many points. Like who carries cash? Nobody carry cash no more.
I used to when I was buying drugs off the street,
But
but
we ain't
now
buying
that
drugs off the
I
street
don't
no
buy
more.
drugs off the street no more.
You know what I'm saying? Now they deliver it to me. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I
Like
go in an office with
like
AC, they give me fresh chilled sparkling water, and then I buy my drugs.
and you know what's crazy? Like with technology, there is a lot of good benefits. But
Right,
there's just
right.
so much shit, bro. Like
Humanity, bro.
the
The humanity
downside
kicks
of it
in.
that they bring into it after the fact, you're like, damn, bro, fuck, man. And I think about
Yeah.
1984 all the time because I'm like,
It's
dog.
here. It's here. Facial recognition,
I
they
hate
know
the
what
fact
you
I got to scan my
search.
face every single time I open my phone. When it was just a
I
fingerprint, I
mean,
do the fingerprint because obviously you'll get my fingerprint. You know what I mean for certain types of things. But
right.
my face, bro.
It's just where we at, and it's I don't know. It's a heads or tails if it gets better or worse. But looking, sometimes you really think it's only gonna get worse.
I feel like in our lifetime, it's going to reach the brink of it, and then like, I think it's like my kids.
Hmm.
Like our great grandkids are really going to be in a whole different society. Like
Yeah.
I think right now it's not going to change drastically right now, but it's going to be like little chunks and pieces. So then when my
Hmm.
kid grows up, it's going to be kind of a way different world than what is living
Yeah.
now.
It'll be put
When he
together
has
by then.
kids, if I'm still alive, which I hope I am, it's going to be a
Hmm.
totally different world. Yeah, I'm gonna be sitting here on this podcast at 90 something years old. I'll be like, yo,
Remember
nigga.
when? Remember when we had these big chunky things with movies on them called VHSs, and we now we can stream movies to our brain type
Fam,
shit.
and glasses and shit. Like fam, I think they already have Google glasses
Yeah.
and like come starting to come. I go a lot. I might get a pair. But like
I'm all for the future, bro.
because
Just
you know why? I
don't
can sit at work, do my work, fucking anime in my eye. Like
anime. He means porn, but he says anime.
I dog,
This sick
listen,
bastard.
I can't even I don't know when the last time I watched some porn, dog, because it's like
I respect it. It's dangerous out here, bro. It's dangerous out here. And with that being said, I haven't said it in quite a while, so this is nice and refreshing to say again. I Hate It Here podcast, episode 40. It's your boy Russ,
and that's your boy Kev.
and we are back.
All
The
right,
haters
technically
said
speaking,
we wasn't
this
coming
is
back, but we back.
technically speaking, this is our 1 year episode.
No.
It's been a year since we started.
From today or
No, I'm saying
per
because we didn't
episode?
do it. It would have been 2 weeks ago. Would have
Uh-huh.
been the year, but because we didn't do it, I'm saying
Uh-huh.
this one right here is technically
Oh,
a full year that of
got
us
it.
doing this
Got
shit. You know what
it.
I'm saying?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah,
was not aware it's such a milestone. I'll take that. I'll take
yeah. So
that.
we started last year in August, and
Hmm. Oh,
we
okay. So
passed
two
it
weeks
now.
ago. Got
Two
it.
weeks
Got
ago
it.
would have been the year. But
Nice,
a
nice.
lot of things happened in the last 2 weeks. Some of it good, I mean a lot of it good. Let's be real. A lot of it's
Hmm.
good. And just a few
Hmm.
little, you know.
Life, man. Life. It's things you can expect, things you didn't expect. it's just life.
And life is just a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I hope it's milk chocolate. I don't like dark chocolate. You fuck with dark
um,
chocolate
my
or
girl
white
said something
chocolate?
to me right now, like Hershey's white chocolate is not even real chocolate. It's like you got to get like those fancy ass chocolate that's like
Mm-hmm.
cocoa, whatever. And I'm never eating them shits. 'Cause them shits is fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Be
Um,
super bitter. It'd be like
I like
not
milk chocolate myself.
absolutely.
I am a fan of white chocolate too, because the Hershey bars and shit like that. But I
Mm-hmm.
think milk chocolate is just so creamy and rich. Dark chocolate is like it's like
It's
black Air
bi-
Force energy in a bar, nigga. It's just so abrasive.
yeah, it's like aggressive, right? It's like I'm
It's just
chocolate, nigga. Eating
like it's so
chocolate.
abrasive. Like you bite into it, and then the aroma just fills your
Like holy
like your
shit.
nostril. You're like, whoa.
It's like the
Um,
coffee of chocolate.
yeah, like I like
Holy
I like milk
shit.
chocolate because it's smooth, it's nice. You know what I'm saying? But dark chocolate is like, ugh. But it is good for your health though, which is good
Mm-hmm.
to know.
Mm-hmm. People I think use it with coffee actually, like some mocha shit. I don't know. I don't drink
Mm-hmm.
coffee.
They
What
say
I
it's good
do
for your
do,
health and shit and stuff like that. Like it's good shit.
what I do do, and what I'm glad to say that I've done, just kind of fill people in on where I've been personally, is been traveling this great, beautiful world, man. This
Mm-hmm.
world is so beautiful, and you kind of don't realize it until you leave home. Like, I encourage everyone to leave home, no matter what you have to do. Like, even if it's for a week or 2 weeks, a couple days, just get out of the space that you see every day, and that shit will literally do wonders for your mind, man. So, I went to LA for a little bit, just literally a little bit, and then I went over to Hawaii, which was just fucking immaculate, like
Mm-hmm.
absolutely immaculate.
Hawaii
And
is beautiful.
I just want to say to all the flat earthers, shut the fuck up, you dumbass. You're stupid.
Yeah, them
You're not
niggas are the
smart.
most like ridiculous people. Like,
It's got to be a troll at this point to be a flat earther. You can't really believe that. I just feel like it's
dog,
like a anti-establishment thing that feel like
everything's an anti-establishment thing nowadays, bro.
kind
Like,
of
they
a
just
little bit.
ignore the science, they ignore the facts. It's based off feelings. And like, listen,
Fuck
feelings
that.
have their place in conversations, yes. But facts will always remain there, no matter if you alive,
It
dead,
has to be.
whatever,
It
bro.
has to be. It has to be. But that's the thing. It's like a lot of people aren't arguing the facts. They're
The argument
arguing
feelings.
what their feelings should be or why they feel this way or what
Mm-hmm.
offended them a lot of times. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't get it. But yeah, Hawaii was absolutely beautiful. I took a tour. I fucking like snorkeled with like I don't know if they're turtles or tortoises, but the motherfuckers was big as fuck. So it was some real live
I
squirtles out
love
that bitch.
I ain't
So
gonna lie. I love tortoises and turtles. I ain't gonna lie.
they
I
were
saw
huge, bro.
fuck
Huge.
man. I love turtles so much you have no idea.
Cool, cool, man. You got to
They
get out
mad
there.
chill, bro. They
And
mad chill. They're just doing
because
their thing.
the water was so clear, like water should be clear. I don't know if we realize that. Like, especially in New York, you see nothing but gray and green water. You
Yeah.
don't realize the actual water is clear. It's just dirty. It's
Yes.
just pollution. Like, so you
Yes.
go to a beach. And it's funny because where we were, they actually shot scenes of Pirates of the Caribbean out there.
Oh,
So it was
nice.
like this exclusive beach, and like the algae was like right on the rim of the water. So the turtles or the tortoises, I keep forgetting which one, they would come swim right
I
up
think
to
it's
eat the
tortoises
algae.
because tortoises can swim, turtles can't.
Yeah, they was coming out the water and shit. So whatever one that is,
Mm-hmm.
um, they were swimming right up to like the shore, eating the algae. Like you could go walk right next to them. They so used to people, they know
Mm-hmm.
like this is my world, so I'll fuck you up if you want to fight type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then so it's just cool to see nature and all that shit, man. It was fucking amazing. So shout out to Hawaii, Oahu, uh all that good shit, man. All that good shit. So that's where I've been. Took a little impromptu vacation. But what about yourself? What you been up to for this little break?
Man, I had COVID.
God damn.
I had COVID. My son had COVID. My
God
friend
damn.
had COVID.
God damn.
I was,
Your mom was dodging it, huh?
yo, she was dodging it and she got a cold, so to speak.
Hmm.
You know them old Caribbean parents. They don't want to hear shit about shit, bro. They don't. They just
Bruh.
ignore it, thinking it's not gonna be there. But
They don't
whatever.
go to the
That's
doctor.
what.
They don't do
Whatever.
none of that shit.
That's neither here nor there. I'm just gonna focus on who I or what I know. Right?
He said, all I need is the blood of Jesus and I'll be fine.
Yeah, that's basically you
Nah.
praying your way out of it. I'm listening, Jesus. Listen, I love God,
Oh my
and I
God.
believe He can heal you. But like this was, I've had colds and fevers before. I've been in the hospital before,
Hmm.
but there's no discomfort that comes close to how I felt with this shit. And I'm vaccinated. So, and if I was feeling that bad off vaccination, I can only imagine how I would have felt without the shit. Because there was some time I didn't think I was going to get it, but I was like, let me stop being a jackass and let me go get this shit. Because, fam,
Right.
I'm telling you right now, like, I have fevers. Dude, I was at work and like, the AC was on. Now, usually I do get a little bit cold when the AC's there and I have a little fleece jacket, but it's
Hmm.
not, it never be too serious. Bro, I was shivering so much, my body hurt from me shivering. When
He
my
was like
girl
a
came to pick
phone.
me up,
He was like a phone
yeah,
stuck on vibrate. It's just like
exactly. Like I get up to go to the bathroom, though, I'm walking like this. I'm walking like this to the bathroom.
this tight.
Dude, it's 85 degrees outside. My girl picked me up. I'm wearing a fleece zipped up to my fucking goatee. And I'm just sitting there, bro. I'm sitting in the car like this. I'm like, I'm looking at my son. I'm like, yo, listen, I give you all the love I can right now, but I can't.
I can't.
Daddy is not feeling good, bro.
Yikes.
I got
That's
home.
crazy.
I laid down. I was down from Monday night all Tuesday. I could barely get out of bed.
Fuck.
I was not, my energy was zapped.
That shit
Wednesday,
is
they started having
debilitating.
fevers.
Fuck.
I was like, all right, we got to take a test. Took the test on Wednesday. I tested positive. He tested positive. She tested positive. And then I sat there, and then just knowing that we positive with COVID, that mental anguish hit.
Hmm.
So now the rest of my body was like, we're fucked. Like,
That
dude, my
pressure is on.
shoulders were so sore just from trying to, because like I was like, look, I don't want to sleep in the same sheets that we
Yeah.
was using.
Gotta
So
clean everything.
I tried cleaning the whole, I mopped the room, I changed the
Yeah.
sheets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dude,
Spray
I
everything.
started the laundry that day. I didn't put the laundry, I started the laundry on Wednesday. I didn't put it outside to dry till Friday. So
Damn.
that's how tired I was, bro. Dude, it took me like, usually when I'm cleaning my room, it takes me about maybe 45 minutes, an hour. It took me 4 hours to finish shit. I had to take a break. I had to drink water. I had to do this. And I didn't even eat for 3 days. So I'm sitting here, bro. I'm like,
On
dog,
no energy, about to crash out.
sleeping, forget about it. My kid's up. He got a fever. He don't want to take Tylenol. He want to fight me. He's still screaming and shit. I'm like, Hercules, relax. Like, I just need to give you some
Fuck.
Motrin. You need to get some Tylenol. Get you, because the thing with kids, right? They were saying like, if the fever gets to a certain point, they can have a seizure. So it's like,
Dang, yeah,
and
because you
it's like,
burning up inside.
and they're kids. So it's like, it's nothing you could do. You call an ambulance. You go to the hospital.
That's
I
scary.
was so scared about that shit because I'm like, his fever was high. It was like 104. You know what I'm saying? I had
Fuck.
like a 102 fever. She had like a 101 fever.
Whole
And
house on
like,
fire.
I'm sweating, AC on. I have to keep the AC on because it's still 90 degrees outside.
Right.
Right? So it's still 90 degrees outside. I'm freezing, but the AC got to stay on. Why? Because it's cold.
Right.
I got to put the humidifier on to keep because we're all coughing and shit. And I'm like, the air can't
Fuck.
be dry, bro. I got to cover my mouth, bro. I'm like, fam, this is a nightmare, bro. And then my kid
That's
wake up at
hell.
11. We was up for 4 hours after that, bro. And then I got to sleep in the morning. But good thing is, though, I did get to stay home from work. You
As
know
you
what I mean?
should. As you
So
should.
like, I didn't have to wake up early and they let me work from home. But
Oh,
even though my
okay.
manager was like, yo, first of all, it was the Wednesday before the Labor Day weekend. So
Hmm.
like it was cool because he was just like, rest. When you're ready, we'll just go over a couple of stuff for you to do whatever. He didn't bother me. He didn't do
Right.
nothing. Like,
Shout
you know
out
what
to
I'm
them,
saying?
man, because there be some
Um,
people that be like, "Listen, you got to come to work, or
you got to use your
that's your
PTO and
ass."
shit like
Yeah,
that, right? But he was like, nah, you work from home. Don't even worry about it today or tomorrow. Like we'll talk like another day and then we'll figure something out. You know what I'm saying? So, I got to basically stay home for 2 weeks. Um
nice.
Last week it was dope because last Friday was my son's birthday and we all tested
Hmm.
negative. So
Congratulations
then
to the young man. Oh, and you got a little negative testing for for his
yeah.
birthday. Get to go be outside.
So then we went to the zoo and then and I'm 31 years old. I've never been to a zoo any time in my life before.
Bruh, when you told me that, I almost hit the floor because I go to a zoo everywhere I visit. Like, I
Hmm.
fuck with animals heavy. Like,
And I
even
fuck with
though
animals heavy too, unless it's snakes and reptiles and shit. I kind of I'm not a,
I
but
fuck with
like
them behind the
behind the
far away.
glass.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta have some distance. I can't I
um,
don't know what y'all thinking, but
I saw
I
some
fuck with it.
lions. I saw
Hmm.
a turtle. Yo, that turtle was moving fast, bro.
Hmm.
I
They
never
say
see
they
a
be
turtle. They say they
I
be
got a
slow. Them
video.
niggas be
I got a
zooming.
video. They move when they want to move because I
When
had
they're
a
hungry,
little
they're gonna
lead.
move.
That motherfucker was like, "Yo, let me get that. Hold on, let me get that." I was like, "Oh shit, whoa, all right."
We saw lions, zebras. I saw a gorilla.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of
Shits are
smaller
huge.
gorillas, an anaconda, mad like different types of animals and shit. But the
Mm-hmm.
one thing that almost made me cry, well, two
What's
things.
that?
The first one thing was a horse because I love horses for some reason, and I finally
Mm-hmm.
saw a horse in front of me, and it was like the most beautiful horse I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, you are
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. I just want you to know that. Oh, three things. I saw bulls.
Bulls? You never seen a
Bulls.
bull
I
before?
never seen a bull in front of my face before.
You never been
And
to like a farm or
nah,
maybe I'm just outside. Yeah, I
no, you
fuck
be
with bulls.
outside. You know me. I
I just
maybe
went to like
you
a
know what's
zoo
crazy?
upstate.
Maybe when I was like younger in elementary,
Mm-hmm.
we did like a barn thing, but that's years ago, though. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But
In your
actually, as
adult
an
life.
adult life, I've
Mm-hmm.
never been. So like, I saw bulls; they were beautiful, horns. Big.
That's
I saw
pretty cool.
goats. I was excited for the goats.
I fuck
I'm a
with
Capricorn. I'm a
goats.
Capricorn, so that might be why. But like, I saw some
Hold on,
goats. It
really
was
quick.
like,
Shout out to Frederick Farms upstate. Shout out to Ginger. Shout out to Hamilton. Those are my two adoptee goats. I'm gonna come back and visit y'all soon, I promise.
like I saw goats, and then the one thing I almost teared and cried in front of all of these people was the
Hmm.
giraffes.
Mm. It's a beautiful thing. Like
When you
to
see animals in front of your face, like just chilling. I saw lions too, but
hmm
it was so hot though, and I needed to go to the zoo for his birthday because I know we needed to go, and it was like
hmm
80 degrees outside, and
Yeah.
it's humid too.
Hmm.
The lions when we got there, they were napping.
Pretty much, yeah.
You know
That's
what
what
I mean? A
happened to me
lot of
too.
the gorilla, like they put them outside, so they have an indoor thing for them, but then they
Hmm.
built the outdoor thing for them
For
too.
them to run around and
But
jump
the
and stuff.
biggest gorilla in that bitch was in a little hut. He ain't coming outside with nobody. He's like, the shade is cool.
That's what
I'm
it
already
was.
black as fuck. It's gonna be hot for me. And I'm like, you know what? I feel you because I'm black as fuck too.
That's what it was. I went to the zoo and during my trip too. We went to the Honolulu Zoo, and the day we went, it was like 87 degrees outside.
Hmm.
And because the zoo closes at 3 o'clock, you got to go early, and that's when the
Early.
sun is like really out. So
Yeah.
any animal we went by, we like, all right, where is it? We got to look in the shade because wherever they at, they somewhere curled up in the shade
Curl
because
up
it's fucking
chilling because
hot
it's fucking
outside.
hot.
So I understand it. So.
And you can't blame
Only
them for
thing is,
unless they're like animals that are used to like that type of climate, then you can see
right.
them. And I would assume that
We went,
lions would be, but here's the problem: they are American lions. They ain't lion lions.
well,
That's
the
the
thing is,
difference.
they're they might be African lions, but you got them in America, so the humidity or
It's
whatever it is,
different.
the air
They're
is different
acclimated to the new, yeah.
to the new location, but they're really from the
Oh,
dry desert African
mm-hmm,
Serengeti type shit. So, and
mm-hmm.
it'd be kind of sad when you see the animals in there and they're just like Yeah, I live here now. They feed me or whatever.
I
It's just like, damn, kind
I
of
like
sad.
zoos, but I don't like them because it's like a moral dilemma when it comes to zoos
You're
and shit,
right.
and like
You,
aquariums too, because it's just like animals should be free, but at the
hmm
same time too, like you should be able to go someplace safe and see some
to see
animals.
them, yeah.
People go like I feel like if you go to like a wildlife
hmm
sanctuary and like they let
Safari
them
kind of
roam
thing.
free and like they still keep them like kind of protected behind something, but
hmm
like they're more free, there's more space, you can drive in a little cart around them or whatever and see them or whatever. I feel
hmm
like that's an even better experience than zoos, but I can't knock zoos because it's just like fam, like if I live in the city, how am I ever going to see these animals?
But you wouldn't, other than on
The only
YouTube,
animals I see is other niggas. Like I don't
right?
see
Fucking a bunch of chicken
a
heads,
bunch of chicken heads, you know what I'm saying? A
fucking
bunch of
snakes and rats and
all over the place, right?
roaches.
But how am I going to see these live animals and
hmm
have that experience, especially for kids, bro? Like me, I'm a 31-year-old man. I almost cried seeing a fucking giraffe, bro.
For real. But they're beautiful though.
Oh
They're
my god, bro!
beautiful. Like
The way
when
they
you see
move,
that pattern on them, it's so like this is when I say you have to leave your home because when you see something different that's outside of like what you thought it was or what you think you know it as,
pictures
it kind
don't
of
do it justice.
honestly like they are so it looked like God took a horse and just stretched it and was like, yeah, your neck gonna be up there. And then their eyelashes, you ever see their eyelashes? They're
Nah,
so
bro.
full. It's like,
Yeah.
wow.
And like the lions was cool because I never knew how fucking massive
Oh
they
yeah.
really were. Like zebras are fucking huge too. Like
Right.
horses, I knew like like I knew bulls, horses were huge, but
hmm
when you actually see the shit,
You ain't seen nothing. It's
you
like,
know,
oh,
you're like,
oh,
oh shit,
okay.
wow.
And
Like I
think
saw the
like,
anaconda, bro. Like I've seen anacondas on TV. I'm like, they look big. This
mhm.
nigga was climbing out of a pool, and I was just sitting there. I saw bats.
It's like a rope. Anaconda is like a long rope, and you're
Yeah,
like,
dude,
who's
it's
pulling the
like the
rope?
size of my thigh, bro.
Thick, thick. Because it could, if you remember that India clip where it like swallowed a whole lady,
Yes.
their jaw detaches and they just it's sick. All right, but two things because I like I said I went to the zoo also, so I had two thoughts of like, oh, really quick, if you think horses are big, look up a Canadian moose. They're
I
like,
heard them bitches are huge. I heard them bitches are huge. They're the LeBron of the fucking wild
oh,
forest. I'll tell
like
you that right now.
God is trippy, bro, trippy.
God was
But
doing
I wanted to
shrooms when he
say,
made some of these shits, bro.
like
Yo,
back in the day,
I got a point after you guys because I'm gonna say
okay,
some wild
okay,
shit.
hold on to it, hold on to it. Like back in the day when humans were like trying to figure out what animals we could like put on our side or like make useful to us, like do you think we tried to like ride like zebras and then they were like, nah, don't mess with those striped ones, they're not good? Do you think we tried to ride like giraffes and was like, don't mess with the tall ones, that they're not good? And then we got to like horses and donkeys. And then we were like, okay, these little ones are good. Because it's all the same four-legged animal, just like this one's different color, this one's taller, this one's we probably tried to ride a whole bunch of shit and then realized that only horses worked, right?
That's a funny thing that you think about because, like, I'm gonna take that same thought and shift it to another animal. When you
Mm-hmm.
think about lions and tigers, like they're cats,
Mm-hmm.
right? In
Mm-hmm.
certain places, those lions and tigers act just as friendly, just as gentle as a house cat.
What do you mean?
So, like, there be places where, like, like they save animals, they save tigers, they save lions or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and like the people that like take care of them, they like the lions act like gentle, they
Oh,
act
oh, yes,
playful,
yes. I,
they
I
act
see.
just
They
like a
be they
cat.
be purring and like
Yeah,
rolling over and doing the cat shit. Right.
but
Okay.
we all
Okay.
know we can't have those as pets in the fucking
And the
house and shit.
regular. Right. Right.
But we had to learn that. So I think when you say that about like zebras and
What did we
giraffes
ride? Right.
and all these other things, it's like I think you're right. Because at a certain point we had to be like, they're not easy to
They don't
domesticate
work.
like that.
They'll
Like
kill you.
we get a chance with lions and tigers, but if them niggas decide to be like, nigga, you thought, then nigga, your whole shit's fucked. You know what I'm
Remember,
saying?
I hate to laugh every time I bring up this story,
Siegfried and
but
Royd.
no, no, the monkey that beat that lady face off. Like she thought, like she woke up that day thinking it was all cool, like every other day. Yeah, I got this monkey. And that monkey woke up and chose violence.
You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up because it's just like, yo, monkeys are cute. And I saw a few monkeys and shit. I'm like, yeah, they are mad cute. But it's like, yo, if that
Uh,
monkey go monkey, because first of all, the niggas are strong. They might be small as shit, but them niggas is strong, bro. Those them niggas is strong. I ain't gonna lie to you. That shit will rip your whole fucking face off, bro. Like you be sitting there chilling, like just chilling, no jaw, no nose, no eyebrow, looking like Doja Cat out here, just walking around
he
and shit.
said, if that monkey go monkey, I'll rip
It's
your whole
wild.
shit off. Oh my
So
God.
here's what I was thinking, right? Like we
So
have all of
yeah,
these animals and shit.
we had
It's
to have went through a trial of like what works and what doesn't. That's all I'm
100%.
saying. That's
I,
that's what I was.
I think we had to. But you know what also is trippy to me?
Ugh.
You know, we would have tried to find a way to keep a Tyrannosaurus Rex in a fucking zoo somehow.
Oh
And I
yeah.
know we got Jurassic Park, and I know we see exactly how that works out. But I feel well,
Mm-hmm.
that's a movie. I want to think about this in real life situations.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if, like, you raised a T Rex in
Mm-hmm.
captivity from birth. That's another dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's a golden retriever on steroids, bro.
Nigga, retriever. That's a pit bull Rottweiler mixed with a
But you know,
emu.
but you know what's crazy though? Like Rottweilers and pit bulls, like they can be gentle and nice. It really depends on the trainer and the owner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what gives them that other aggressive personality. But I've
Right.
met plenty of small dogs like that. So cute, so
Right.
nice,
Right.
so timid. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I
I
think
feel like we would
Jurassic.
have found a way to do that to dinosaurs too. And it's wild
Mm,
to me because I can't see myself in my mind, I can't fathom going to a zoo and seeing Triceratops,
a
seeing a
fucking
pterodactyl,
velociraptor or some shit.
velociraptor.
My
Like,
thing is, I feel like Jurassic Park got it right because dinosaurs were the apex predators before humans. So
yes,
there's never gonna be a point where even genetically a dinosaur would feel like it would bow down to the hierarchy of a human.
yeah, no,
Like no dinosaur, even because they say dinosaurs are have devolved into what we call chickens today. Like what a chicken is, that's the
hmm
closest thing to a dinosaur.
and we be eating
So
them motherfuckers up.
there is no there is no way that in its purest form of of what a dinosaur was, a stegosaurus, a
That's how I
fucking
feel about crocodiles.
long nose. It's like
That's how I
there's
feel
no
about
way.
That's what I feel about crocodiles and alligators because some of them and turtles, because some of them things are old as fuck and they can
Mhm.
be alive for mad years. So I feel like because they can be alive for mad years, a lot of those traits could still be in them.
Genetically from the
They're
early
just not,
DNA.
but they're just not. I mean, alligators and crocodiles are aggressive, obviously, but
Only when
like,
you're in their space, because what happens is we humans are above pretty much every other animal, but a lot of animals we have to agree to like be eye to eye with, and crocs are one of them. So it's
yes,
like anytime you see anyone in any interaction with a croc, they're like, respect his space, don't be around
yes,
him, don't do,
mm-hmm.
because if they decide to grab you,
You're fucked.
it's over for
There's
you.
there's nothing you can do. There's
There's
nothing
a
you can do.
video on
And you
Reddit
be
of
seeing
this,
white people, you see white people
right
dancing
about to
and
say,
swimming with the shit. I think I was watching the
put in
video.
the
Is it the
hand.
girl? Is
Yes,
it the
yes, and she's
girl
like
who
a
was at the birthday
demonstrator.
party
Yes,
and they took
and
her hand and they
it
dragged
just
her in
like
the water? It took like three grown men to sit there and take her out of that shit.
there's just nothing you could do. Once it decides
That your
it's going to
food
take you, it's going
is
to
going to
take you.
take you. Yeah.
So a lot of animals we eye to eye with, especially because there's nothing we could do about
Yeah,
them.
there's nothing we can do about it. Yeah.
So shout out to all the zoos. It's ethical kind of dilemma, but it for
At
educational purposes,
at
it
some
works,
point, you just have to accept it for what it is and just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And just hope that they're getting treated well. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of these animals, if they were in the wild, would probably not make it because they've got other
Poachers,
issues.
hunters. Dude, I
Right.
saw they had elephant tusks, and
Ooh.
basically they use it as an advertisement to explain how like every 60 minutes a fucking elephant dies because they hunted for its tusks and stuff. And then you
Yeah.
see the bone, they have like fossilized bones of an elephant. And I'm sitting there looking at the sides of this thing. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why.
Hmm.
Sometimes I have these like daydreams where I go to like an elephant sanctuary and I make friends with elephants and I get mad emotional about it because
That's
elephants
real.
to me are like beautiful and like they really are smart and like they really are like when you have like a good connection and it's love like those
Hmm.
animals are so cute and
They
everything.
don't forget you. They have a human sensibility to them. They always care for their young. They always
Mm-hmm.
stick as a family. They
Mm-hmm.
will they will go back to help each other if one was like stuck in some quicksand, they all chained up and linked to get him out. They take care of their elders. The oldest elephant is always like huddled around. They have such a human quality to them. Like a lot of even Native Americans identify with elephants because like
Mm-hmm.
it's just a some kindred spirit about them. So, but
And
then there's that elephant that whooped that lady's ass.
at in life and then at the funeral.
So that's some human shit too. I'm just
And
saying the beef ain't over just because you did.
and I think about it and I'm just like, fam, like it hurts my heart, bro, because it's just like
Yeah.
humans are like a disease on this earth and like we don't even realize it. I think I think a lot of us do, but
Hmm.
as a whole we
Global whole,
don't.
nah. It's the ego. It's the ego of humanity. Like we all think, and this again is like when you travel, you realize how small you are.
Yep.
How little and insignificant you are, not even in a disrespectful or like a demeaning way, but like it's like that scene in Men in Black when the whole galaxy was on this little cat's necklace. Like
Yes.
we
Yes.
don't realize
Orion's
how
belt. Yeah.
we don't realize you're just a speck in this whole grand scheme. Like that James Webb telescope picture, it fucked me up because you can't even zoom in close enough to see Earth. That's how much is going on. And I
And it's
know
only
I'm
so
just a
and they say that it's only a picture the
it's
size of like a grain of sand.
it's insane. It's like I know I'm just a speck in my own town, and then all the towns, and then all the cities, and then all the states, and then all the
Then we go
countries,
to
and all the
countries.
planets and gal. It's just like how dare you inflate your ego on this earth? This earth is going to be here before you, after
After
you,
you, yep.
with you, without
Without
you.
you, yep.
It's like, how dare you as a human you only been here for a couple, however long centuries of
Yeah.
humanity. And like
Mhm.
humans are just now getting developed. Like when you think of all the like time span of humanity. So it's just like this shit
We
don't
came a long
matter.
way. We came a long way.
But for some reason we all think that
We're the
everything we
shit all the
do
time. Yeah.
matters to everything in the whole grand scheme. It's like we're all the main character in this weird movie we're
And we're not,
watching,
bro. And we're
and it's
not.
like we're not even the side character to the side character. We're like an extra in the back that looks over the shoulder when the real superhero flies through the picture. Like, but for some reason, humans, we just enforce our ego across the board.
It's wild,
There's
man.
nowhere that a human does not enforce their own like ego and
Hmm.
mentality, and it's just like, damn, man, we're all just floating on this rock and fucking shooting at our own neighbor across the street over some fucking you think that thing is this way and I think that this flag is this thing, and it's just like
It's wild, son. It's
it's
wild.
fucked. It's fucked, but
But with that being said, though, even though the COVID, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, like you having your trip, me celebrating
Hmm.
my son's birthday, going to the zoo, life been
Absolutely.
good. Life been
You know,
good.
and that was like the deep talk I had to have with myself because it's like, damn, though Earth's in a global pandemic, a lot of people are losing a lot, their lives, and all these things are going on, and I'm on a tropic island watching these men in grass skirts roast a whole pig, like
Fam,
enjoying the view, like flying first class and shit. So it's like
that's
I could
why.
be upset about this stuff, but it's that's me actively choosing to be upset because
Yes,
life around me is
it's
beautiful.
still and it's still going. So that's why, like, a lot of times, like, I'm I'm fully aware that life sucks,
Hmm.
obviously. But sometimes you have to take the conscious effort to live, to give yourself a chance to live a
Hmm.
different side of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
Facts.
like, like if you get caught up in all of the evils and all of the catastrophes, and listen, there's always going to be catastrophes. There's always going to be all of this wild shit going on.
Something to be mad
Those
at.
good moments that you can create are the ones that's really going to sustain you to push you through. And like
Facts.
you just have to
Facts.
stop being a bitch ass nigga and go get them. You know
Real
what I
talk,
mean?
man. Real talk. Because it's like, it's so easy to just fucking
Get
lose
lost
yourself
in the
and all it.
sauce.
Yeah, it's so easy. Like, you have to actively choose, like, no, I'm going to be this way. I'm going to be. And then you have to keep choosing that for it to set in and then become your baseline so that you could keep choosing more shit.
Hmm.
It's just life is choice. But I just want to go into a couple more stories of just some shit that's just like,
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, this COVID still got me tired. This nigga still
yeah,
jet lagged. Like we
oh
we
my
kind of
God,
we kind of want to
jet
get
lag
this
is
thing
wild.
wrapped up here. Trust me,
That
we ain't
shit's
come
a
up with no serious topic, but too, and we do want to apologize though. I'm gonna apologize on behalf of us because we didn't really let y'all niggas know we wasn't gonna be in this bitch.
yeah. I
But
mean,
I
we
ain't gonna lie
usually
to you.
do,
I
but it
had
was a lot
COVID.
of.
Listen, I could barely pick up anything. He was busy packing. Then he went to go live his life. I had to,
This is
hassle
true.
my family. Like, sometimes, I love y'all, but sometimes y'all not gonna know what the fuck I'm doing.
It's
And
just
some,
part of life, and
you know what I
we'll try to
mean?
be more transparent, at least if we know, ahead of time, and then,
Yeah,
as
because life
usual,
just happened, bro. Like life just happened.
yeah,
Who would have
we
known?
like
I
we
spent
were
two
gonna do
years ducking COVID. Now
right.
all of a sudden, oh nigga, I'm
That
on your
motherfucker
ass. I'm
ran
like,
up on
damn,
you, caught you slipping, mask
damn,
off.
bro.
Fuck it, mask off.
Crazy
Um,
shit.
so yeah, with that being said, I'm just gonna run through a couple stories and just to get your reaction, and we'll get the fuck out of here.
Hmm.
But really quick, I do want to say Russ reviews coming soon. I'm gonna be watching movies, reviewing them. We're gonna be throwing that up on the channel, probably with a guest, sometimes on my solo. And then we got the Russ and Kev play games coming soon. We're streaming on the YouTube. We set that up today, and on my Twitch as well. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah, shout out to everybody listening, like and follow, subscribing, and all that whatnot. And we'll go from there.
Hmm.
So first of all, I just want to shout out this guy I saw on Reddit who is pretty much an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
And I just like people who are figuring out new ways to make money instead of going out and fucking robbing people and
Scammers, thieves, all you niggas. Yeah.
shooting people, beating people upside the head. So this is just a kid. He looks about 17, and he put up this post to, I guess, make some money in his town, or I guess online, or I'm not sure, however it works. So I just want to read you the post and get your reaction.
Hmm.
So the post goes like this: Are you tired of your girlfriend thinking you're a fucking pussy? Well, for just a small fee, you can prove her wrong and show her how much of a badass you truly are. Just set up a time and location for me to come and harass your girlfriend, and then bam, you come in and rock my shit. Weekdays, $50. Weekends, $60. Is this young man a hustler or is this young man a hustler?
You gonna get mad brain damage though if you gonna keep getting hit like that though. He gonna
Think
get
about it.
mad brain damage. He gonna
These boxers, they make millions over the course. You could take a couple shots to the face, sixty
yeah, but they
dollars on
a
a
lot of times
weekend.
they can't even have their motor functions
I
just
know, I know.
destroyed. Like they can't even like I'm surprised like a lot of these dudes can like live the life that they live because like yo,
Right.
I play football and I'm glad I didn't really play all 4 years. And like, the I forget what it's called.
CTE.
The CTE thing is serious because there's been a couple of dudes who've committed suicide, who've done some wild
Shit
shit. Those
crazy.
head injuries really do pile up and they really do affect you. And like, especially with boxers and stuff like, and UFC fighters, like, yeah, it's cool. It's like just like, the Roman gladiator shit. Like, we love to see people kind of fight and kind of, we love to cheer people on and pick
Hmm.
a winner and shit. But it's like, fam, like,
That's
they are
long-term
putting their
damage.
that's long-term damage. So like if he's out there,
Ain't no
I,
surgery you
I
can
hope
get for
he's not
that.
getting hit in the fucking jaw. You know
He
what I'm
said,
saying?
"Bam, you rock my shit." So I'm assuming you got to rock nigga in the you got to clean
One
the nigga
nigga,
clock.
I'd be the type of nigga to pick that nigga up WWE style, slam that nigga.
Fucking suplex. Like how much for a suplex? Can I stomp you while you
I mean,
down?
I'll pay him 200 just to get my shit off.
I just respect the hustle because he's not like
He's not
um
doing no wild shit. Yeah,
yeah, he
yeah,
ain't running
yeah.
up on nobody. It's like you putting your own self at risk for a couple of dollars, but hey, if you need it that bad, it's part of the process, bro.
There's other people who put themselves at risk for a couple of dollars doing God
Worse
knows
shit.
what.
But let's talk about a nigga that would hire a nigga to rock his shit in front of his girl. Like that's a specific kind of loser, corny. That like, yeah, I want to impress my girl. Let me show I could beat this dude up. Like,
You know why? I blame the red pill for it because a lot of
mm-hmm,
times in the red pill, they be like, yo, if you don't show your girl that you're a man, she won't
mm-hmm,
respect you and her pussy will dry up, right? And I was like, what's crazy? Like, I know as a man, right, when we're dealing with other men, you have to watch your tone and watch how you say things because there's always a threat of violence. I do understand that, right?
mm-hmm.
But here's the thing when it comes to your partner, like, there's many different ways to show that you are a man. Like,
Right.
I
You
know,
you
like,
you assume being violent and aggressive would make a woman like want you more.
and I understand how everybody wants to be protected, but like, there's different ways to protect people around you, right? Like, listen, look, I don't really like throwing hands. I don't even know how I would survive in a fight or whatever, right?
Right. These days, right?
But I do know, like,
We
if
already feel too grown to fight now. Already in
why
our
am I gonna
30s,
do
it's
that,
like,
bro? Like, I like my hands. I don't want to make these things look ugly. Plus, I like playing my PS5. Like, that's gonna fuck up
right.
my whole shit. Um, but like, like you at least have to understand, like, yo, if something goes down, like, I'm gonna kill a nigga.
Shit
It
gonna
is
have
what
to
it is.
happen. I might not want to. It might not be clean, but shit might happen.
But guess what? I'm avoiding all situations where that has to
Right.
be an outcome. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And I
it's
feel
happening
like
enough.
a lot of dudes feel like, and this is when the toxic masculinity comes in. And I feel like, masculinity shouldn't be toxic. I feel like there is a level of toxic masculinity because when there's a lack of accountability and actual thought of other people in your
Hmm.
surroundings, that's a negative effect. But I also feel like, like you shouldn't have to show people that you're violent for
For
them to
them
respect
to,
you.
yeah, because what happens is, especially for a girl, if that's how you turn her on, what, every time you want to turn her on, you gotta
You
beat a
gonna
nigga
beat
up?
the you either gonna beat the nigga up or you gotta beat her ass.
It's like crazy. Like, and then you're gonna run into the nigga that won't let you whoop his ass, and now
You're
he
fucked.
done fucked you up, or you done caught a body because you hit him. It's just like, nah, bro. If that's what I got to do for pussy, then that sound like some UFC pussy I don't need.
Yeah, and the thing is though, it's just like, man, it's just like, come on, like we have to understand like there's different ways to be a real man in this world, and like we can't really just tie it down to one or two specific things. We gotta understand like we can all be men.
In
I
our
feel like
own
a
regard.
man is somebody who stands on their values no matter what, and who is also able to compromise at the same time too, right? Like you got to understand what your values are, and then you got to understand the right moments to compromise those, to make a compromise with somebody else because you want to make something work. And I feel
Hmm.
like, that's kind of one of the foundations of being a man. And obviously there's a couple of other things. And maybe,
Right, right.
next season we'll probably dive into it and actually have a real
Hmm.
discussion about it and stuff
Because
like that.
that's
Because I
some
don't
deep
really want to do
shit.
that right now. But
Yeah.
like it it's wild. You know what I mean? Because when you got the Andrew Tates of the world and the Fresh
I
Prince of the
know, I
world,
know.
and they're all
The
telling you that you got to be this tough ass, brolic ass nigga. It's like,
I
nah,
feel
nigga.
like
If you are a soft person, there's nothing wrong with being soft, but don't be stupid.
mhm. And don't try to portray like you aren't that soft person, because then you run into incidents that you would as a tougher person that you aren't, you know?
Yeah.
It all comes back to, like you said, values, but I would say standards. Like, and it's like a spectrum. Everyone has these standards across this spectrum, and then once you start doing things that fall below your personal line or the general line, you start to look like something that either
Else.
you're not or that
Yeah.
you might not want to be looked at. So yeah, just make better choices so you're not out here beating niggas up to impress your ladies, fellas. It's just I don't know if that's the
And if you
wave.
got to do that to impress her, bro, drop that bitch. And when I say drop that bitch, I don't mean hit her. I mean just break up with her. I gotta clarify that.
Nigga gonna hook off on his chick. Like Kev told me just drop that, bitch. How to drop her. All right, so
Mama
next one,
said
next
knock
one.
you out.
Ooh. Speaking of moms, all right, so this is a story about a mom who came to a realization about her 7-year-old daughter. And I just want
Hmm.
to get your reaction on this. And the post goes like this. Today, I found out my 7-year-old daughter really did lie about my husband's other girlfriend as revenge for being grounded, and that he never cheated on me at all. We were well into our divorce proceedings, and he won't forgive me for not believing him when he denied it. Fuck my life.
You know,
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
okay. So there's two things to this story that, it becomes a long ass topic, but I'm going to shorten it, right? The
Mm-hmm.
first thing is this, right? We always want to believe our kids when they say something things because kids are kids. And
Mm-hmm.
like there's certain situations when you have to listen to what the kid's saying because something could be happening to them or around them that needs your attention. But here's the other thing now. Kids are petty as fuck.
And they be lying.
And they be lying, right? And here's the fucked up part
Fucking
is, right?
crazy.
Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, because listen, there's two sides to a coin when it comes to these type of situations. They could be telling the truth, but sometimes that person could have done something that they don't like, and it's not even the wild shit. It could be like, nah, you're not allowed to have something, and
Mm-hmm. No
then
ice
they
cream tonight.
create this whole story just to cause havoc.
Bruh.
And these is how a supervillain is born. Because for this 7 year
Facts.
old child to sit there and make up a story about their dad having another
Another
girlfriend,
girlfriend.
then that causes a divorce. Nigga, if I'm the dude, I wouldn't forgive her either.
I mean, can you blame her? Because I agree, there's two sides. You want to believe the kid because say if this was like another issue, like if the kid came and said, "Mommy, Daddy is touching me," and so and so,
You
you
want
would
to
believe,
believe him.
you would look into that. So you want to believe kids, but now
Mhm.
if she say, "Oh, Daddy has another girlfriend and he's be kissing," like you might want to believe that because what kid would make that up? Like this is on some sociopathic shit. And she
Yeah,
said they were well into the divorce. So that means the girl said it, kept saying it,
cause the
didn't
divorce.
didn't
She
stop
probably
saying
kicked
it.
the nigga out, threw his clothes all over the lawn, did a whole bunch of shit in public. Because think about how embarrassing that shit is, right? So think about this.
Bro.
It's already embarrassing when a dude does cheat, and then you got
Mm-hmm.
to go through that in front of everybody. You was looking dumb, doing all this other stuff. Now you did all of this extra shit in
Mm-hmm.
private, in public, in court. Now the court finds out that the kid was lying. Now you gotta look at all these people that you've done this stupid shit in front of. And then you gotta look at your partner who you literally
You just put him out. You just like imagine a nigga sleeping in his bed and you busting the door. Who's that bitch? I know you was with that. And this nigga's jumping up, getting his ass whooped, getting
he's
kicked
like
out the door. It's like,
he's like, did you ask her when she saw her?
who is she? What's her name? What did I do with like hopefully there's more to this, but even then it's like, what do
But
you
that's
do to your
fucked up
kid?
though.
What do you do to your kid for
Yo, you know
being
what's
grounded?
crazy?
You're 7 years old. You're upset for being grounded. You probably did something you shouldn't have been doing that I
Yeah.
caught you and you got grounded or said something or did something. You don't get revenge just because you got fucking grounded. You know she's white when she says grounded. Who fucking gets grounded? The
You
fuck
know
is
what's
grounding?
crazy? Um, Kids are selfish. That's the biggest part. And
That's very true.
obviously, when they get to a certain age, like you can't, as a parent, you got to flush it out somehow. You
You
have to,
force them to
because
share.
if you
You have to
don't,
learn sharing.
because if you don't, situations like this become more prevalent. Because the more selfish that you allow them to be, and some kids are smart, they will know exactly what button to push on you to make you act a certain way. Because look at what this kid did. They literally destroyed. And you know
Their
what's fucked up?
their own
That kid is
family.
going to grow up now in a single family household and they're going to become a statistic
It's not funny, but it's
by
like,
their own
damn,
choice.
damn, wow.
And if I'm the dude, I feel him on that because it's like, yo, fam, like you didn't even do the full, like, no, we can go do everything right now, and you can see nothing going on. Like, why now? How am I supposed to see? And
So
even as a
say
father, looking at my child who did that,
it's gonna take a lot of therapy, bro.
I
A
finally
lot of
found
therapy.
somebody that I love, that I fell in love with. I had a child with you.
Because it
This is
says
one of those
she's
times where you be like, I brought you in this world, I can
that,
take you out.
but that's the thing. It says she's 7 years old, so that means that couple was together. They got married,
7 years, and
had
then
a kids for 7 years. Everything was fine. Then one day you get grounded for saying some shit or doing some shit, and then all of a sudden, dad's got another girlfriend. First of all, you're smart enough to know that saying I have another girlfriend is
it's
gonna
going to start some
upset your
shit.
mom, right? So you understand like how deep this goes. To say
And it's
you were
also
well
based on the
into the
parenting too,
divorce,
because it's like a lot of parents. I understand like you want to be friends with your kids. I can say this as a parent. I
fuck
would
that.
love, I would love like me and my son. Like right now, we can be friends because it's a baby. We can be
Hmm.
friends right now, right? But when he gets older, he has to understand that I'm the authority here, and that like there's certain thing that's not going to fly.
Facts. Everything
This
goes through
7 year
me.
old is so comfortable in their bullshit that they just threw this whole idea out, and now you're
Bruh.
divorcing your husband. Like, yo, you
And
got to look
and
at your family, his family, your family, the court, the lawyer. You know how much money you put into this shit?
and you know that you going around telling everyone he cheated on me, he cheated on me, he
You fuck up
cheated
his
on me.
reputation,
This man is
and
literally
now he's going to go through with the divorce. He's probably going to have to pay child support. He's probably going to have to pay alimony.
not even that, like the mental anguish, like my first, like to have to say, like, I'm
My
a
firstborn
divorcee
child
now. My
because of my.
wife took my daughter and made a story about me cheating on her so they could divorce me, and now I give up half.
And you know what's crazy? The mom in the situation, she feels like a dumbass
This shit's
because
stressing me out.
because she just ruined the marriage. That dad is definitely not going to be in that kid's life. I'm not going to lie. I'm not for abandoning kids, but this kid needs to be abandoned. Like, I'm sorry. There's no
Everybody's
way.
life is ruined off of this. Like, the
Everybody's life
kid
is ruined.
doesn't have her dad or mom at home no more. The mom is a single divorcee now with a kid. Like she's gonna who
And she definitely gonna want that nigga back too. But she understood how bad she fucked up. That nigga definitely loved her, but now he's like, nah, you fucking disrespecting me and destroying my life or what?
talk about being grounded. That 7-year-old would never see TV again. She would never have candy again.
Nah, you
You would
get
never have
adopted.
dessert.
You get adopted. You get adopted.
You didn't want a family? Go. I'm gonna be with your mother. You leave now. Now you leave. But that's crazy.
Dude's
Yeah,
probably never
so
gonna get married again. He's probably not gonna have another kid again.
that's
It's
all I'm
just like
saying. You
you
mentally
basically
are scarring yourself.
you scarred a lot of people. You wasted a lot of people's time.
The
Like
family,
the friends, the co-workers, because when you get a divorce, everybody's looking at you.
everybody, and then you become like if it's in your favor, people like fake cheer for you, like, yeah, you're free now, blah blah blah. You do that shit. When it's
Mhm.
not in your favor, it's like, oh, we're sorry. You become a sympathy case. People want to make sure you're all right all the time.
Oh,
It's
then
just
people or
like,
people think you're a piece of shit. They
right,
never want to
right. You
associate
left
with
your
you no more.
family,
You lose
right.
all your friends. You lose your family. You like, dog. You not only lost your immediate family, but you lost all your extended
Your
family at the
your,
same
your
time.
in-laws looking at you crazy.
And
And
then
then
like,
what's
yo,
worse is,
all of them motherfuckers gotta look at this kid in the face and be like, "Damn,
but
you
that's
did
if
this."
they know that the kid lied, because it's like in reality, when the story happens, the story gets a lot of information, but when it's resolved, they never come back and be like, oh no, 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 he didn't cheat on me, it was made up, blah blah. They just let it go. Like they never
I
come
think
back
at that
around.
point, I think at that point, you would have to tell people the truth.
Would she That would be the wife's duty, and that's another embarrassment. Do you
Yeah.
want another embarrassment now? That you got fooled by your 7-year old and divorced your husband because your 7-year old fooled you? Now you have to tell your in-laws like, hey, I want you back. I'm sorry, she lied to, like, you got fooled by a 7-year old. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah, that's just wild.
Did you want to believe I was cheating on you already, that a 7-year old told you, and you were just like, got him,
Bet.
divorce, got him, we out, taking everything, give me half.
That's
Like,
just sad. That's just
this
sad.
shit, I read
You
this
see how
shit and I
you
was
see
stressed.
you see, and this is why, like, you know, men be like they don't want to get married, men don't want to get in relationships
It's
because, like, yo,
happening
at
lease and
any given
leave.
moment, at any given moment, that woman or that kid can ruin your life with a false accusation.
Bro, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. People can't play like that, man. You cannot play like that.
You
You
can't.
got to teach your kids from young they can't play like that, because God forbid, like, a kid came home and said, oh, yeah, my teacher touched me. And now your dad, he getting his brothers, the whole town about to go up there and fuck your teacher up. And then it never happened. The kid just made it up because the teacher gave him a bad grade or some shit. Like, but now you got everyone here ready to whip my ass, like, on site. Like
That's fucked
shit's
up. And
dangerous.
you know what's crazy?
Shit's
I think about this
dangerous.
sometimes. This is not the only time this happened.
Oh no, no, absolutely not.
Like this shit happens. I'm not gonna say like at a rate where we can track it, but it be happening in many different situations.
Oh yeah,
And
I'm
then it's
sure.
just like, fam, fuck, man.
It's just it's just
That's a sad story. Like at the end of the
humanity.
day,
Like,
it's all sad. It's all
yeah, there's
sad.
no way to kind of,
There's no way to. And like
I
now
can't
a
really,
family's broken, a kid's gonna grow up without one of the parents.
a father without his child. Like, what
The
the
father's gonna
fuck?
have a disdain. I mean, if he chooses not to and he chooses to forgive,
That's what I'm
I
trying to
give
say.
him the most credit. But
It's
I
gonna take
know
a lot of
myself,
therapy.
that kid's catching hands. That
That's
kid's
if I'm
catching hands.
ever your father again, because at that point I'm not your father no more. Like, I don't got no kids. Like, you do some shit like that to me, I don't
Nah,
got no
you out of here.
kids.
You out the paint now. I'm
It's a
nah,
wrap. It's
I'm
a
gonna go get
wrap.
some hoes. I'm gonna be all right. But you gonna have you not gonna be a success.
Like, this kid's gonna grow up and knowing that they did it before, the potential for it to happen again. Like, could
And
you ever
when
trust
they're
this
old
kid
enough,
again?
when they're old enough to realize what they did, they're gonna carry that on them for the rest of their life.
Good, good. That's a good lesson to learn.
They need to. Because
That's
like,
a good
yo,
lesson to learn.
you can't be playing with people's life like that.
What you
And
say has power. Your
and
words
then the
have power.
mom and then the mother, dog, shit, man, she just deserved whatever the fuck will happen because of
I
her.
want to get off this, but last thing I want to say is like at what point did she find out? Like did the daughter just wake up and be like, "Oh no, I was kidding. I was joking." Like what
I,
was the reveal point? Like
that's what I want to
was
know.
she
I want to
asking
know
her
how
more information
I
and then she
want to know how
realized,
that conversation went. How did she find out she was lying? When did she tell the truth? Because
right,
I bet you, here's the thing, I bet you they didn't tell the kid that the divorce was happening until it was getting
mm,
final. Because you know how a lot of
mm.
parents are, right?
Yeah,
Like they'll
yeah,
still
yeah.
live in the
Don't want to
same
make it your
house.
fault.
You
You're
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
They probably
right.
sleep in separate rooms. And you know what I mean? And they try to say something to the kid. They try to be like, yo, we're just having a tough time right now. And
Right.
they're trying to find a way. So now you as parents, you sit down with your kid and you're the dad and you know the kid's fucking lying. So you gotta sit next to
That
this
has to
capping
be
ass
the
bitch in front of
worst.
this capping ass kid, and
God
you're
bless
just
that
sitting there
man.
and you're just like, yo, I should fucking murder all of
Like you
you.
clenching your fist, but then you realize that's your daughter and she's 7 years old. It's just like fuck.
And
It's
this is
like
the woman that you love, and you
I
still
imagine
love that woman.
I imagine the mom was like asking her more questions, like, so what's your dad's other girlfriend like? And then the kid was like giving ridiculous answers, like, yeah, she's a mermaid, she's 7 foot tall. And then it clicked to the mom, like, oh shit, this bitch is lying.
Or she
Like,
started bawling, crying, be like, "Mommy, I
oh,
was sorry. It's
oh,
not real."
oh my, this like it's crazy, crazy shit, crazy shit, crazy
I would
shit.
never go back. I wish we knew the outcome of what happened. I wish we knew
That's
the
that's
outcome.
that's all she said in the post, and it was just like that was enough for me to just be stressed reading this shit. So
That
I had to
shit's
bring that up.
wild, bro.
I mean, all right. So next one, I got two more, and then we're done. But this one's kind of quick. It's just more TikTok bullshit.
Hmm.
Um, you ever feel like your energy is just low, like you
Every day.
just like lethargic, and you're just not as energetic as you used to feel, or that you know you should feel. So
Yeah.
TikTokers are telling viewers to point their genitals to the sun to increase your vibration. Experts are warning against it, but the new term perineum sunning is going viral. Now, your perineum is your, for the guys, it's your gooch. It's the space between your ball sack and your asshole. Ladies, that would pretty much be where your vagina is, per se. So what they're
Yo,
telling people to do,
TikTok just needs to burn.
what they're telling people to do is go outside, point your dick at the sun, and let it tan, I guess, or singe your genitals, and that will energize you and increase your
Here's
vibrations.
the thing. I've heard of naked sunbathing before, and
Hmm.
I get it. If you're like in the backyard, you got a fence high enough, your own personal property, or you go to a new beach, I understand. But this is very specific because you literally got to sit in like a downward dog phase
Right.
with your balls
That's
pointed at
exactly
the
what she's
sun.
doing. If you look at this picture, it's like she's crouched over asshole to the sun, and then in this one, they're like,
Oh my God.
so
Yo, none
yeah,
of these people are scientists.
at all. But it's like we don't respect science. We just don't.
Oh no, we seen that with COVID. We don't respect science at all.
It's insane. It's like experts are warning against it. You shouldn't be exposing your genitals to any sort of direct sunburn or anything like that. But what the fuck do we know? People were eating Tide Pods. So I see shit like
That
that
was
and
a
I'm
crazy
just like
that was a crazy that was a crazy that was crazy
I, I
that was a
see the
crazy
Tide
time.
commercial now and they're like, "Yeah, we have our new child safety lock." I'm just like, where the fuck was the safety lock when
before.
motherfuckers was popping them shits like Skittles? But
But there was teenagers and grown adults doing that dumb shit too. So it's like
it was insane. It was insane. So yeah, don't be out here tanning your genitals, folks. And
that's
I don't
crazy.
want to see nobody going to jail because they outside with their
Fuck
dick
ass
hanging in
niggas.
the wind, and it's fucking kids and people trying to walk their dog on the street and some shit. Like this sounds like only
Nobody
rich
wants to see
people
that
with the
shit.
balcony and
You know,
shit
it's
who
that's like the
could
same shit
do
where people
this.
walk around with like their partner on leashes and shit. Nobody consented to be seeing that shit in front
I
of
don't
them,
need to
bro.
see that shit. Absolutely do not need to see that shit. It was a nigga in the city walking a girl around on a leash. He was on World Star a couple
Hey, good for
times.
them, but nobody needs to see that shit. You do that
It
shit within
was
your own
it
house.
was weird. Like he would walk her on a leash to McDonald's. It's like this shit is like save that shit for your bedroom, bro. I don't think motherfuckers around is interested in watching you walk this chick around.
It's just
But
wild.
it's crazier and crazier. And last but not least, to wrap it up, um, we know LA right now is very
Hot.
hectic, it's very crazy, a lot of gun
Mhm.
violence and just robberies and just crime in general. But what is going on in Illinois is different because they just passed a law called the Safety Act, which people are pretty much describing it as the new purge. Like they're legalizing a way to purge. So
Explain.
as of January, I was looking for the exact date because there was an article, but as of next January, I believe they're going to not have any cash bail for pretty much like when I read the crime, I was like, this is there's no way. Damn, my shit won't load. So basically it's like murder, fucking robbery, all kind of I think my Wi-Fi is going down, but yeah, so it's just like, oh, literally no bail. Like you get arrested, we'll just write your name down and let you out type shit. Like it's for the crimes that were listed, I was like, this is insane. Let me just pull it up on my.
That's not going to fly. That's not going to stay there.
I mean, it's been passed, and I'm assuming they're preparing for it now.
Supreme Court is going to overturn that shit real easy.
You think so? I
Because like
mean,
that's the same thing like because there's levels to it, right? In LA and California, there's a rule where like they can go into a store and like steal shit and just run out the store and you're not allowed to stop them. That I can understand to a certain extent, I
okay.
guess.
Here we go. All right, so non-detainable offenses, like they won't even detain you. So it's not even like they're arresting you or anything. I don't even understand how this works. So battery, DUI, fleeing, arson, burglary, drug-induced homicide, intimidation, kidnapping, robbery, second-degree murder, and threatening a public official are all pretty much going to be legal as of January in
Chi-
Illinois.
Chicago is going to be on fire.
When New York did the non-cash bail for non-violent crimes, I'm like, okay, that makes some kind of sense. At least you're
Yeah,
not
because
a
they're
violent person
non-violent,
back
you
on
know
the
what I'm
street.
saying? Yeah.
Maybe they're robbing, they're stealing, stealing cars, whatever. I get it, but kidnapping, drug-induced homicide. So all I got to do is pop a pill and then kill somebody, and I could get be non-detained.
You know what's crazy? This is going to
Second
force
degree murder?
Is Illinois a red or blue state?
Uh, good question. I feel like that's a red state.
Uh, I'm going to say this. There's going to be so much shit like this that happens. Niggas is going to go from,
Oh no, this is a Illinois is a blue state.
all right, so here's my point. A lot of people are going to start turning conservative.
Yep, yep. They're saying that's a
But
lot with
with the
these.
conservatives, there's a lot of shit with conservatives that I don't agree with it. There's a lot of racism, obviously, but there's a lot of
Sexism, a lot of, it's a boys'
sexism,
club. That's an old boys' club with them.
uh,
A,
and
a
then
lot
there's
of the
a classism too as well.
rich,
Like,
rich old whites. Yeah.
but like, it's going to force a lot of people to vote Republican because you know Republicans are not
This
going to stand for that. You know what I'm
this
saying?
shit's getting out of hand.
Because liberals are going to be like, these people shouldn't be punished because you got to ask them why they did the shit, blah, 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 blah.
Hmm.
But like, a crime is a crime, my nigga. Like,
I'm with you
because,
on that. When it comes
like,
to crime, I'm conservative because as a taxpaying citizen, I want to be able to go to work and come
I
home
want to be
and not
safe.
get my fucking head bust in or not have my
Hmm.
house robbed while I'm out at work type shit. So they're saying a lot of blue states, like look at Georgia right now. Georgia just flipped from red to blue, and you see how much fucking crime is going on. Like with Atlanta and all the neighboring cities it's trickling over to. And then California's always been blue, but then when you look at LA right now, it's like the crime
LA,
is out of
LA is
this
GTA
world.
for real.
It's insane. And then if you look at, I believe New Jersey flipped blue and
I
Newark
thought they
and
always been
Camden.
blue.
No, New Jersey was very red because that's where all the rich people would go. They go from New
Oh
York,
yeah,
come
yeah.
over to Jersey. A lot of cops and stuff live in Jersey. It was red, but it flipped blue. And we got Newark, Camden, all these high violent murder rate places.
Mm-hmm.
Philly, Pennsylvania's blue,
Mm-hmm.
Massachusetts is blue. It's just they're saying a lot of the blue states, I don't know if it's a conspiracy, but the crime is
It's
just
going ham.
it's going hammer. So yeah. Red
Yeah,
or
nah,
blue, protect your neck, man, because
this
this
shit's
shit is
wild, bro. This shit's
GTA
wild.
across the it's GTA across the board. Ain't no
I
cheat
don't
codes
even know
in
how to feel
this.
about it because, like, I do believe, like, people should be here rehabilitated and not treated like cattle in jail. But
Hmm.
at the same time, too, you do a crime, there got to be a consequence for it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand some circumstances could be hard, and like some people sometimes are forced to do things, but nigga, like, you still chose to do them, and like, you caused somebody else harm. You stole
Facts.
something. Like, yeah, I understand stealing from big corporations because
Do it all the time.
because corporations ain't shit. But
They're
what
not
about the mom
people.
and pops? What about the mom and pop stores?
I don't
What
do
about the
that.
local businesses that don't are not like that? Like, what are
You
you going to
tip
do with that?
extra. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, like, what you're going to hit them, and then they live in the same neighborhood that you live in.
Right.
It
They
doesn't
got
make
they
any
got
sense
rent
to
to
me.
pay too. They live on your same block, and now it's the culture, man. The culture is really rotten from the inside out. But like I said, you just have to actively make an effort to see the beauty, experience the beauty, and
Hmm.
participate in your own happiness. Like, don't let happiness just be around you and you not be
And
happy.
get a
Like, you
gun
have to.
license.
I was about to say, get you one, man. Get you one. Don't get caught without one, because
Yeah.
it's. And don't be in a place where you feel like you need to have one if you did, because that means you shouldn't fucking be
You
there.
shouldn't be there. Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with staying at home. And then also I want to say one thing too, and I'll say this before we log out. I used to think staying up late and hanging out late all night was cool.
It's just trash.
That shit is whack, nigga. I'm going to bed.
Niggas used to be outside just chilling, not doing shit, bro. And it's just like,
Just to
why?
be out, like, I don't get it. Like, why don't we celebrate all the things that are the worst for us?
Because we're young. When you're young, like, you feel like you could take over the whole world, and you feel
Jesus
like if you're
Christ.
not outside, you're missing out on something. And here's the thing: there's a difference about going outside and going to have meaningful experiences. Like, you go to museums, you take trips, you go on vacations. But you outside at 11, 12 a.m. at some fucking bar, at some fucking pizza shop, just doing the same shit that you could have been doing at home.
Nothing of substance. Nothing of
I
substance.
don't get
And
it. I used to be one of those people, like, me and my homies used to go out. I mean, back in college, obviously, because we was chasing
hmm
hoes. But like, you know, even like, when I got out of school and I graduated, like sometimes like, I mean, I would go over my boy's house, but I would be at his house. His mom's there, his sister's there, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone's there. But like there were times like even when I was with my ex and shit, like we would go out, like and we would be out late at night because of concerts and all this other shit. And like I don't drive. And I'll be sitting there, I'd be like, fam, why the fuck are we out here? Like, why the fuck are we out here? Granted, now we got Ubers, Lyfts,
Right.
all these things that can get you home safely. But even
Mhm.
with those things,
Is a fucking you running a risk. You running a risk. Don't be a drunk girl getting into a Uber because you don't know what
by
that motherfucker
yourself,
want to do.
fuck
Right,
that. Fuck that. You might
bruh.
as well be pack six of y'all in the back of that RAV4.
Hey man, if somebody got to be the designated driver for the night, then you pay
Somebody got
them.
to do it.
You could pay them a couple dollars for just being hanging out for the night, and that way you know you home safe. You ain't getting no body fucking trying to fill up your skirt and shit. But
Yeah, that's just wild.
it's wild out here. But we back. Shout out everybody for listening, subscribing. Gonna pump out some more content. Russ reviews coming soon. Russ and Kev gaming coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Bands out Thor music coming soon.
Mm-hmm. I'm mad tired, I ain't gonna lie. But but there's
Getting out of
mad
here.
shit coming though. There's mad shit coming though. Mad
Working
projects,
on a
mad
lot of
stuff.
things. Working on a lot of things. Life is
Oh,
good.
so I just want to say one thing and then we out.
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor, people. Whatever you love, just do that shit. Because I'm telling you right now, life is too short for
Facts.
you not to be enjoying what you love. Because think about it like this, right? It may not make you famous, but it will make you feel whole. And that's the most important thing that we need in our lives.
That's deep. That is deep. And with that being said, I Hate It Here podcast. It's your boy Russ.
And that's your boy Kev, nigga.
Rest in peace, PNB Rock.